Yes, I just did fall down over some just some roots. So, what's the Bible say? Though the righteous fall, he'll get up. I got up. It reminds me of Donnie McClurkin's song. He falls down, but he gets up. He falls down. Oh, I even had my hiking sticks with me, but I wasn't paying attention. Oh well. One thing nice too about hiking, I do fall hard, but since I've been doing all this hiking, my muscles are stronger. It's been a long time since I've actually been hurt, and I do fall occasionally, as my friends will testify. And I think they do show concern, but I think they're only concerned because they're afraid they're going to have to carry me back to the car. So they just hope and pray I'm okay. And it turns out that I am. So, oh, what a beautiful day. There's that ravine that formed down there to the right of me. This is called Pawpaw Trail because there's a whole bunch of pawpaws on either side of these trails. You can see them as I walk along. So, so I started to say, I got my backpack on. I'll see if I can show it to you. It's just a small little pack. I got some water, a little bit of trail food, just in case I decide to stay up here longer. I had to take a picture of that. Just in case I decide to stay up here longer than I planned. I brought a little bit of food with me, some water. Brought a book I'm working on. Not writing, but reading. I'm still studying about Simon Kenton and all the travels that he's been done. So I might read a little bit. I brought my wireless keyboard to journal a little bit. I haven't really done a whole bunch of quiet time yet because I got up and had just a little bit of a window to do coffee. And then did a few errands that I had to run. I usually run on Monday mornings for the week. But I have my keyboard with me. There's a nice little lake up here that I'll show you once I get up here. They consider this a bird sanctuary, and I agree. Part of it, once we get up the hill, nice little crevice, little creek going down through there. Smells like it's mostly dry. Oh, one thing, I've mentioned this before. One thing I do before I get on the trail, I always see, here's that ravine that comes off the ridge and goes down and makes this gully down through there, which then makes this ridge and this ridge to the right and to the left. But when I get out, before I get on the trail, I send my coordinates to Linda, and sometimes a couple other people too, of where I'm going to hike. And then, if it's a longer hike, I periodically will mark my spot. Nice little washout there. Take a picture of that. I'll periodically just find my spot on Google Maps, share it with Linda, so she'll know approximately where I'm at in case they have to send the dogs out after me. So far, I haven't had to do that. I have an extra battery, charging cable in my day pack, just in case I do fall, hurt myself, get stuck out here. So that's that. This hike is, I know it sounds like I'm really straining. I'm not. Like I said, I just get short of breath and I don't feel bad. In fact, I don't think I would notice it if I wasn't trying to talk. But I wanted to take you guys on a little bit of a journey this morning. Some pines. I love hiking through pines because it tends to be even more quiet because the pine needles quiet the forest. Some deer tracks right down through here. And if the pine trees just really cause a great coverage and shadow from the sun, shade. Very quiet. Sometimes that one wasn't as thick as some of the pine forests I've been in, but they have a tendency to seem a little eerie as well, which I love that sensation. Just a little eeriness, like you're walking in the Black Forest in England, and then boom, you come out into an open field. There's a little muddy right here, some runoff of that runoff, I guess. The pond is right there on my left. A little muddy, so you might not want to wear your best shoes out here. A little traction. It's probably about 60 degrees this morning. Summer, June 4th, Monday. You know what? I'm going to dedicate this hike to Scott Sowards. He's having surgery this morning. I'll dedicate this hike to Lori Johnson's mom, who's having triple bypass this morning. So I'll be praying for you guys. And if you're watching this video or listening, you can pray for them as well. So you can take this little path right here. It'll go directly to the pond. This path here will go up to the back side of the pond. And look what Joe Bost and Joe Lecce do for us hikers. Last time I was up here, this is just a mud ravine, but they've put rocks for us to step on, so we don't have to wade in the mud. Squish, squish. So, I'm going to jump off here for a little bit. I'll take some video or some footage, some pictures when I get up to the pond. Another fine pine. You see the pond that I'm over there to the left. It's called Becky's Pond. I think the person that donated this farm was Becky Kitchen, and she left it to the parks. Here's some more pine trees. I wonder if this was part of that Public Works Commission back in, I think, the 40s, that planted these groves of pine trees all throughout the country. There's a nice pine forest that I love in Buzzard's Roost. There's a wonderful pine forest, even bigger one down in Zaleski Park, Zaleski Forest, called Doolittle's Forest, and just row upon row of straight pines all in a row. Beautiful. And my lovely wife just sent me a text telling me she got my coordinates, so she knows where I'm at. A wonderful sycamore tree. Beautiful. My favorite tree, the sycamore. Probably because it's about the only one I can consistently identify. Just remember a sycamore tree. You can identify it because the bark's all off. Looks like a bad peeling sunburn. And looks like it's sick. So sycamore tree. A lot of times if you're down by a river, sometimes larger creeks, you'll find eagle's nests in those large sycamore trees. Now, this is new. Benches, little steps. Look at this. Joe Boss, Joe Lecce. Kudos to you guys for making this nice little area. I'm going to sit down and do some journaling. Look at this. The footrest is a little too far. There's the footrest. My legs are not that long, but I guess I can move either the rock or the bench. But look at this, these little rocks. And none of this here was here. There was a little platform that went out into the water. They might have removed it, but I think it was on down, but it was kind of dilapidated and dangerous. So look at these little benches. I'm going to sit here for a little bit, take a few pictures. I'll catch back up with you here in a little bit.